Here's a creepy one for you. In a small town nestled in the woods, there was a house that no one dared to go near. It was an old, crumbling mansion at the end of a long, twisted road. People in the town would whisper about it, saying it was cursed. The last person who lived there was a man named Elias, a quiet recluse who spent most of his days inside. The townsfolk didn't know much about him, except that he always kept to himself. But one night, there was a scream. A horrific, blood-curdling scream that echoed through the trees. The next morning, Elias was found dead in his house. His body was found in the basement, his throat slashed. But the strangest part was his expression. His eyes were wide open, staring at something or someone he could never escape. The police combed through the house, but found no signs of a break-in. Everything was locked up tight. No weapon was found, and no clues pointed to anyone else in town. The only thing strange was a letter on the kitchen table. It was addressed to Elias, written in a shaky hand. It read, "You can't hide from me. I've been waiting for you." The townspeople couldn't shake the feeling that something more sinister had happened. Weeks passed and the house sat empty. But one by one, people who had known Elias started disappearing. No signs of struggle, no trace left behind. But each time, a single note was found on their doorstep, identical to the one left for Elias. The final person to go missing was Sarah, the daughter of the town's mayor. She had always been curious about the house, often sneaking up to it as a child, daring her friends to do the same. One evening, as dusk fell, she ventured inside. The next morning, they found her in the woods. But there was something deeply wrong about her. Her face was blank, her eyes empty. She spoke not a word, but when they looked closely, they could see that her throat was slashed just like Elias's. And that's when they realized the killer had never left the house. Elias had tried to escape, but something inside that crumbling mansion had been waiting for him, stalking him, and it would never let him go. It had just been biding its time, and now it was hunting for anyone who dared to step too close. Hope that sent a chill down your spine. What did you think?